Good afternoon. So, I have not played any of my old Dungeons and Dragons adventure board games in years. As a matter of fact, I kept this one, Ravenloft, and I gifted others to Big Mike for his family. He has a big family, and they love board games. And years ago, I just didn't have enough time or energy to play it at all, and I gifted him my other box sets of these, but I kept Ravenloft. And Ravenloft is the first, and I think it's probably the most difficult. There may be bugs even in it. I don't know as far as difficulty, but that's okay. So today I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play Adventure 4, and I'm gonna use two characters of my own making. I just copied the characters over from the actual game. I don't want to play their characters. I want to play characters that have my names. A ranger and a fighter. Also, I've named them, of course. I'm using exactly the cards that are in the game. I just renamed them, and I picked their stuff. And I'm going to start them at level 2 for Adventure 4 survivability for two reasons. One, I'm only using 2 heroes. Therefore, I'm going to be ultimately behind the 8 ball in this. It's the 4th adventure in the book. And I think it's just going to be more fun to have 2 characters going into this adventure. And this particular adventure is Daylight Assault. Your goal is to collect 12 treasure charts. Your goal is to rob Strahd and get out with 12 treasure cards. So I think having second level, both these guys coming in to rob him at second level in Adventure 4 is a fair deal, considering we're also only 2 of us. And this is a very difficult. These adventure board games by Wizards of the Coast, Dungeons and Dragons, back in the day, and I think they're still making them, but they're slightly different now. I think it's the same core rules, but with some tweaks. They are challenging. They are fun, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'll say this straight up. I think these board games were the best thing Wizards of the Coast made, and that includes, in my opinion, the crap that was 4th edition and 5th edition, 3rd edition. For me, D&D stopped really at 2nd edition Adventure Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, but this is, I think, the best thing Wizards of the Coast ever did with the Dungeons and Dragons license, in my opinion, are these board games. So, without further ado, let's get started. Now that I've alienated 1/2 of all listeners, I do that on purpose just to mess around with people. Hopefully people don't take that stuff too seriously. You know, much of that is just my yammer. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have to do to start. It says here, adventure setup. Collect 12 treasure cards to win, 2 to 5 heroes in a group adventure. Special components in this adventure: start the dungeon tile, sun token. Okay, let's find the sun token. And again, I haven't played this in years, so I'm going to have to work through it. That's a healing surges, sun token. I have no clue where there's a sun token. I don't know if I've ever seen the sun token, really, as far as paying attention to that. Healing surge tokens, I have no clue how many of those I need. Sun token. That's because we have to track time, or if the sun goes down, we have to deal with the big man himself, Strahd. So I think that's how you say his name, Strahd. Sun token says right on it, big letters. Sun token. So here we go. We got to put this in the sun token track. Okay. Let's see here. Place the start tile on the table. Place each hero on a square adjacent to the stairway. So we're on. I am actually on the stairway. It says adjacent to the stairway. So let's go ahead and put them on the edges here, or the front. Like they've just come down the hall. We have a ranger and a fighter. The ranger is named Oulaan, 2nd level, and Garret is the fighter, for those of you curious as to my heroes. Shuffle the dungeon track. I did all that already. Shuffled all the cards already. Special adventure rules. Let's double check these rules. This is not a tutorial, but I'm not afraid to. Oh, dang it. I dropped the damn sun track tile. Whenever a hero explores and draws a new dungeon tile with a white arrow, move the sun token 1 circle. Okay. When we move the sun token onto the last circle, the sun sets and Castle Ravenloft becomes more dangerous. No kidding. So let's wait until we get there for that. When you start this adventure, read the following. Okay, we'll get to that in a second as well. But sun tile only comes up on a white, when I draw a white dungeon tile arrow. Okay, now the problem is I cannot remember how many treasure cards we start with. Let's get a good look here. Each player draws one treasure card to start the game. Set up the dungeon tile stack. I did that. Dungeon stack did that. Tile squares, taking turns. The hero card. Movement, villain phase. Conditions. Utility powers. Combat, targeting, AC, bonuses, healing surge. Here we go. A healing surge represents a hero's ability to fight on and against overwhelming odds. Despite pain and injuries, a hero can push forward to continue to battle. The hero begin the game with 2 healing surges. Okay, so we get 2. To make the game more difficult, give them no healing surges. You're crazy. Again, I would like to succeed just one time at Castle Ravenloft, as it is no joke. Okay, I'm not going to take these out of the bags. All right, let's get started. So we get to go first. Let's see our sequence of play card. Sequence of play, exploring phase. So first we're going to look at the hero phase. Sequence of play. On your turn, the hero phase, the exploration phase, the villain phase. If you have 0 hit points on the healing surge can be used. Perform one of the following actions. Move and then make an attack. Attack and then move. Make 2 moves. Sequence of play. If your hero occupies a square adjacent to an unexplored edge, go to step 2. Otherwise, go to the villain phase. Unexplored edge, no. So I can move, I suppose. So I get to move. We're going to go ahead and start with the ranger, and we're going to move. With the ranger. She can move up to, or he, excuse me, can move up to 6. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let me double check I'm doing that right. It has literally been years since I've played this. And you can see how much I've played it. It's dang near brand new. I was playing the other games more than I was playing this one, because this one was... Castle Ravenloft, I should say the Ravenloft series is my least favorite Dungeons & Dragons IP. I prefer traditional kind of boring, old, generic D&D with dragons and goblins and orcs, and so I prefer kind of that fantasy D&D as opposed to the idea of werewolves and vampires and stuff. But I kept this one because it was the first one and it was really, really hard. And I'm completely lost here. Where is turn sequence? Taking turns. Here we go. Play progresses. Game set. We did that. Dungeon tile. Start with an unexplored edge. We don't have that yet. So how do I get to an unexplored edge? Do I move first? Alright, hero phase. Here we go, hero phase. This is the phase in which your hero moves through the dungeon and makes attacks against monsters you encounter on the way. If you have 0 hit points, etc. So we can move, then attack, or do 2 moves. This is the phase in which you add a new dungeon trials, draw monster cards, and place monsters. Okay, so we're not in the exploration phase yet. This character will also move, but only to this edge. So first we'll draw now an exploration phase. We're going to expose this edge. It is a white arrow down a long hall. So, oh, by the way, I didn't draw my treasure cards for these guys. A level up card won't help us because I've already leveled up both these players. A rejuvenating onslaught for the ranger. So this level up card is kind of pointless. So we'll just leave it here. Actually, I'm supposed to turn these up because they're active versus down. When they're turned down, they're not active. 2 healing surges for each character. I've got the characters and hit points written over here. Okay, so we flip this up on exploration phase, and we turn this 1, right? And we flip this up for him, and fortunately it's dark, so we don't have to worry about flipping another sun phase. Let's go ahead and draw a monster card here. I think it's a monster card. I gotta remember now. Again, follow along as I don't know what the heck I'm doing. It's been a long time. I believe white mean monster. Let's see here. Triangles. Exploration phase. Draw a dungeon trial. Place a triangle pointing to the unexplored edge. Okay, place a monster on the new tile. See the sidebar below. You aren't in position to draw. Place a dungeon tile. Okay, wait. Villain phase. Okay. So I have to draw a monster for both of these? Is that right? I thought the black ones were immune, but I guess I'm wrong. So a monster card for me is a skeleton. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. Now this is D&D for me, man. Skeletons. Right, that goes all the way back to my Ray Harryhausen roots. I love those old Ray Harryhausen movies, and those animated skeletons in Sinbad were so sweet. Skeleton, let's draw a monster card, right? And remember, this is the Ranger's card. This belongs to him, so he activates the zombie. Dang. What's a zombie look like? Oh, it's this dude here with the weird kind of... So we draw a zombie. It goes on the pile of... They go on the pile of stones. That's where you're supposed to activate them. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out. I need to quit laying this over there. Big box for these games. Tons of stuff for your 50, 60 bucks. Pretty cool. Of course, I bought this years ago. I don't remember what I paid for it then, but... Okay, villain phase. So draw those monsters. Place a monster in the new tile. When you have finished all the steps in the exploration phase, your villain phase begins. Oh, man. Here we go. Villain phase. If you didn't place a dungeon tile in your exploration phase, or if you placed a dungeon tile with a black tile, draw and play an encounter card. Ah! Okay, so first let's do the Ranger's turn, though, since the Ranger went first. If the villain is in play, activate the villain. Okay, they are in play. Activate each monster and trap card in turn. Okay, so we're just going to go in turn. So now we have to activate the monster. The monster can move adjacent and attack, correct? Isn't it fun watching somebody remember how to play an old game? Okay, if the villain is in play, activate the villain. They can move adjacent. Okay. Activate each monster and trap card in turn in the order you drew them. Follow the tactics in the monster card to determine what each monster will do. Okay, here we go. Duh. If a skeleton is adjacent to the hero, it will attack. If the skeleton is within 1 mile, it will move adjacent to the closest hero and attack. So, here we go. It's going to attack, and it will attack with slice. So, +9. It needs to hit my Ranger, 16 and up. +9. Are you kidding me? No wonder Castle Ravenloft's so hard. Yeah, it's a hit. 2 points of damage. Are you kidding me? Man. Jacked up my Ranger. This skeleton moves like the wind. You'd expect my Ranger to step out of its clanky way. But there is an example of what makes Dungeons & Dragons so beautiful. It is violent, and it is lethal, and it is violent, and it is lethal in a acceptable way. Holy cow, there are 2 hit points against Oulaan right there. Okay, next I think that's it. I think the villain's done. Activate each monster and trap card in its turn. When you are done with the villain phase, the player will get back to your villain. Okay, so we got to go ahead now and activate him. He will move adjacent, 1 tile adjacent, and attack. It will move to the closest hero and attack. Okay, and it's going to attack with just the one thing it has, which is attack +5. Now, to hit this fighter, you got to have an 18, so he needs a 15. He's going to need a 13 and up to hit. 4 + 5 is 9. No way. My fighter, Garret, with shield and sword, block and parry, or with his giant axe, blocks and parries this clumsy zombie. And we are back to the beginning of round 2. We have not activated any dungeon tiles. We will finish these combats before we move. Remember, we can move and attack, or move and move. We're going to go ahead and attack. So again, let's take a look at what I have for my Ranger. We're going to stay in order here. Ranger has some sweet stuff. We're not going to use a daily power on this thing, nor a utility power. We're going to use an at-will. I have an automatic 1 hit. It has 1 hit point. It's called Careful Attack. I can automatically attack an adjacent enemy with 1. I have killed the skeleton. Very cool. What happens when you kill one? I think you get a treasure card, right? At-will powers, utility, combat, targeting AC, attack, making an attack, damage. We do that. Defeating monsters. If a monster's hit points are reduced to 0, the monster is defeated. Remove it in the figure from the tile. The player controlling the monster discards the monster card into the experience pile. So we have an experience pile. So I will put that with my Ranger's cards. Whoops. Where's my Ranger's cards? These are all the fighter cards. Where did I lay my Ranger cards? See, Jason? Fighter. So, skeleton goes with my Ranger. I can't level up anyway, so the experience, I think, will just allow me to grab a healing drought or something. I can't remember how that works, but we have defeated him. Let's double check. If your hero occupies a square adjacent, you must activate. I do not. I can attack and move and then make an attack and then move. So now I can move. I think I'm going to steer with the fighter. We're going to move this way. 1, 2, and surround this creature just in case. But that ends my turn. I can't believe I don't draw a treasure card. You're supposed to collect 12 treasures. That's how we win this. How do we draw treasure cards? A treasure represents the magic of another, and Strahd is powerful when you use treasure cards. There's a way to draw treasure cards. Defeating monsters. When your hero defeats a monster, draw a treasure card. Right, so there we go. That's going to give me a first treasure called Harrowing Experience. Brilliant. Remember, we need 12. We have 2, technically. Well, we have 3, technically. Of course, those came with us, so I won't count that. We have 1. 1 treasure card for our 12 to win the game. Not bad. So basically, it's time now to shift over to our fighter, Garret, upon attacking with his at will. Again, we're not going to use anything special on these weak ones. He is a 1 HP a monster. He has an AC of 11, so it's an easy hit. We're going to use our trapping strike as he traps the creature between himself and the wall. 1 die 8. All I need is a 3 and up to hit and kill this creature, and 6 plus 8 does hit and kill it. Thank God, and that is an experience point for the fighter. And we get to draw another one. So we've got 2 of our treasure cards already. This is called Crystal Ball. So we're going to just store it. We can't use these treasure cards because if we use them, when we can, but then we need 12 to escape the dungeon. So we're going to go ahead and put them in a bag, knowing we have to get out of here with them. We're not going to use them. I want to allow myself to use them. That'll be fun. Okay, he's gone. See ya, wouldn't want to be ya. And he can now move. Can my fighter, Garret. He will move to activate this device. 1, 2, 3. So our turn is over. At the end of the turn, if any characters are adjacent to an empty tile, draw a tile. If this is a white one, we have to move the sun token. It is a white one. And we must move the sun token again. We're already at 2. Man, we do not want to face the evil baddies that will be coming if the sun goes down. So we've already moved it 1. We've now moved it 2. Wow, so we're already at 3. We got till 7 before it activates more creatures. Okay, so that ends our turn, and we have to activate now monsters. On the new tile, Gargoyle, 4, and this happens to activate him because he moved last and he turned this up. So Gargoyle, holy schmoly, in the corner, turning from stone to real. A gargoyle turns and rears its head. And now we activate their phase, the villain phase. The villain phase says, if the gargoyle is in 1 tile, move adjacent and attack with its whirlwind claws. Gee, many Christmas. And plus 8 for it to hit our 18. It needs a 10 and up. 18 it hits, doing 2 and slowed. If he misses, he still does damage. So 2 points of damage to our fighter, Garret. Garret stumbles back and he's slowed, by the way. So I need a condition icon called slowed. This is not cool. What does slowed do? Slowed for Garret and 2 hit points taken. And we are both level 2. We are taking on this mission because we know we're capable of stealing Strahd blind before it's too late. Well, we'll find out. So what does slowed mean? Your speed is reduced by 2. Discard this condition at the end of your hero phase. So on the end of my next phase, I can throw it away. Okay, so he's gone and moved, and that's it. It's our turn now. Ranger gets to go. I'm staying with my clockwise, right? It's Ranger, Fighter, boom. Okay, so the Ranger is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and attack this creature from behind. 16 and up, we have, what are we going to use? We're going to use, well, Careful Attack is automatic. It has 2 hit points. Yeah, we're going to use our Careful Attack, doing 1 point of damage, automatically 1 point of damage. It has 1 left, It's what I love about the Ranger. You've got some amazing ranged abilities, but you have this careful attack against these creatures. So that's one against this gargoyle. That concludes my turn. I am not adjacent to an edge, therefore I don't have to put down a new tile. Notice strategically how I've avoided activating too many things. Okay, the gargoyle now, excuse me, it's the fighter's turn. The fighter's going to attack first before he does anything else. He needs, with his trapping strike +8, he needs an 8 and up to hit this thing. 3 + 8 is 11. He misses. The gargoyle, oddly agile, as it did turn from stone to creature, it swings with its wings up and back and pulls its feet aside as he swings his large axe, failing to do any damage. He will not move. He will stay here for this to end this turn. The gargoyle now gets to go. By the way, this condition comes off at the end of my hero phase, so I'm no longer slowed, but I'm not moving anyway. The gargoyle now with a +8, he will look to strike. The ranger hit him with a careful attack, but it was kind of mediocre. I think he would see the large fighter, the most dangerous weapon, with that giant axe swinging at him. So the gargoyle now will swoop down with its claws, doing 4 + 8, 12 is not enough to hit Garret. That ends that turn, and we are not on a black. So we don't have to pull what's called an encounter card. I think I did forget to pull an encounter card for this. That's my fault. Oh well, I can't remember if I did or not. So we're gonna keep playing. If it's a black, arrow, you have to pull an encounter card. So I think I did forget to do that on this first one, but that's okay. Okay. So we're back to the top of the hero's phase. She's going to attack again with her automatic hit, and we remove this creature as she stabs this thing in the back while it's trying desperately to not be hacked up by the fighter. We're going to get this as another experience for the ranger, and we get another treasure card. I'm not even going to look at it. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. We're doing pretty good right now. We've got 3 treasure cards. We've both suffered a little damage. We have killed a handful of creatures. Okay, so she can still move. She's going to go ahead and go to the edge of this map on her turn. That will trigger this one. Let's hope it's not white. It is black. So this is what's so cool about the game. White extends time. That gets us closer to more dangerous creatures. However, black activates an encounter card, which can be just as dangerous. Man, we're in the arcane circle here. Gray Ooze. Attack the active hero. +8. 15 + 8's a hit. 3 points of damage. Holy cow, the Gray Ooze. It says here, a pseudopod emerges from a puddle of gray ooze on the ground and strikes at you. Discard it after the attack. So I take the damage, and the ooze then slinks in between the tiles of the stone ground, oozing into the basement upon some other poor unfortunate. And I am now literally cut down in half. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage against my my 10 hit points for the ranger. So things are already getting dicey. I'm halfway already. Still have to pull a monster card regardless of the black or white. The monster card against him, Oulaan. I keep thinking her because the character in the box is her. A Wraith. What? Are you kidding me? Wow. I am not liking the sound of that. A Wraith. Where are the Wraith? Oh. Shida. Right there. In the arcane circle, rises from the rubble a Wraith. Out of the darkness, the image comes to us. Holy cow. Okay, now it's the hero's turn again. Remember, all heroes go, and then the villains go. Okay. We're going to run. I'm thinking he might go this way. Well, we may need to both have to fight this Wraith, so we're going to go ahead and move. Remember, he's no longer slowed. He moves 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and he can attack the Wraith right now. And that's what he's going to do. This, though, I think we may need to reach out a little bit. It's dangerous. Very dangerous. I think we're going to have to reach out. Unstoppable says, use this power at the start of your hero phase to gain 2 hit points. Not going to do that. Precise Strike. Does 2 points of damage. That would kill it, but that's my daily power. Can we... And it gets to go next. So, because the ranger had already moved. So really, I could kill it with the precise strike and guarantee there's no danger here upon us. That is what we're going to do. I'm going to use the daily power, precise strike. It's a plus 11. It only has a 15. And if you squat, it says if you miss this, you get to hold it and do it again. So it only counts if I succeed. So that's good. I won't lose it if I fail. 8 plus 11 is a hit. It's 2 points of damage. It will kill this creature. And we get that experience point. And we draw another treasure card. As we kill creatures, we get treasure. I'm not even going to look at it. But it's the end of his movement and attack. Therefore, we have to draw a monster card for him. So, out of this same rubble comes a ghoul. Can you believe it? No, actually, he didn't activate. Oh, no, he did not activate. There will be a ghoul. But I'm sorry, he has to activate this. I knew what I needed to do. I was just thinking the wrong way. Oh, and it's black, so it's going to be an encounter. We're starting to get tight here on the edge of my table. So we got to draw an encounter card for this and a monster card. Well, we know the monster will be a ghoul. Pretty monstrous stuff here in Lestrade's Caverns, the ghoul. Meanwhile, the encounter card says Secret Door. Cool. Draw a tile from the bottom of the dungeon stack and place it adjacent to the unexplored edge that is closest to the active hero. Okay, so this one, and it's not white, so we're avoiding turning that clock. So he finds a secret passage, which is very cool. I think I'm still going to have to activate a monster on it, though. Place a new monster on that tile, but do not draw an encounter card. Oh, good, so I don't have to draw an encounter card for the black arrow. So that's cool. So he finds a secret passage through, but there happens to be another. So he's activated. By the way, in this game, these monsters are activated on they're his responsibility, that player's responsibility. So these two belong technically to the fighter. I'm going to put them right here. And this one is a skeleton. We can handle the skeleton as it rises from here. Holy cow. Now it is the monster's turn. As he's gone, he's killed a creature, he's activated the space next to him, he's pulled the encounter card, he's activated a monster on this one, and he's activated a monster on that one. Uh-oh, things are getting dicey. There go, and again, it's my turn, the ranger's turn. They cannot, they get to go, but they're active on him, but they technically can go to the closest enemy, which would still be him. So he'll move closest. He'll move closest. They're both going to end up attacking, unfortunately, our... the ghoul will attack, it says, and use Paralyzing Claw. 7+ for the ghoul. It needs an 18. 11 and up. It got an 18 on the button. 1 point of damage and immobilized. Oh, wow. This is interesting. I don't think I can move. And another hit point of damage. We're both going to be needing our draughts here soon, our surges. Immobilized says you cannot move. Discard this condition at the end of your hero phase. So I cannot move, but it's okay. I've already moved. This is their phase. I can't move until the end of my next phase. The skeleton now will move and attack with Slice. +9. Oh, 7 + 9 is 16. Not enough to hit this amazing fighter in an 18 armor class. Plate mail and shield, basically, to some degree. Outstanding. That ends the villain phase. We're back to the top. Ranger gets to go first. The Ranger will move in on the skeleton and strike. We need, we're going to use Careful Strike, and it takes 1 damage, and we kill it. So again, that's very cool. Absolutely love the Ranger in this. Another, and we draw another treasure. We may get out of this pretty quick, hopefully. Another treasure card. We need 12 to win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, we got a lot to go here, but we are giving... we are robbing Lestrade of all of his treasures here. Pretty cool. Okay, so I moved. I attacked, and I am not adjacent to an open tile, so I don't have to activate a new tile. Ranger's turn is complete. Fighter's turn. He cannot move, but he can attack. He will do just that with the trapping stance. +8 against the ghoul. He needs an 8+. He's going to get 12. He's going to do 2 points of damage with this, or 1 point of damage. It is enough to kill the ghoul. And that's... I can't pick it up. I have no fingernails. That is an experience point, and we get another treasure card, which I refuse to look at, as we put them in our treasure sack, knowing that's what we're here to do. Rob Lestrade blind. Now, he can't move until the end of this phase because he's immobilized, so we're done. That means we have to activate creatures if we have any oak tiles adjacent to us. No tiles adjacent to us, so we're going to begin the hero phase again, and we will move. The ranger can move, and so can now the... we're going to head that way, hoping to turn this thing around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the movement phase. We will activate this tile. It's white, which means our sun token moves, so we're at 4 now. Very cool game. You gotta love these D&D board games. They're perfect for this kind of thing. It's white, so no encounter card, but I must activate a monster. Blazing Skeleton, are you joking? That's no fun. We never want to see coming out of the darkness a Blazing Skeleton. Okay, now it is the hero phase for him. He will move. He can move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means he's going to activate a tile here. It is white. Uh-oh, we're moving yet another sun token. So as we explore carefully and quietly, the time is ticking. Remember, think of it as abstract, right? We're taking our time. We're lurking through these dark caverns. The fights take longer than one roll, and time is slowly passing. You lose track of time when you're underground in the darkness. We also have to draw, and it's a white tile, so only a monster for him. Another Blazing Skeleton. So we, out of the darkness, and we are surrounded by Blazing Skeletons. That is a very cool event. And that concludes our turns, and they get to go. So, a Blazing Skeleton here will move adjacent. And attack with whatever he has. 7. Oh, man. This is going to get dangerous as he does 2 points of damage. I only have 10 hit points. Here we go. So, 7, he needs a 9 or up to hit me. And 19, he definitely does. We are really hurting. The ranger is struck with a flaming sword. The burning is unbelievable as my cloak catches fire. And Oulaan is at this point beginning to fear for his life. Okay, this one moves to the closest and attacks. Also, a 7. He needs an 11 plus 8. Not going to do it. So that, again, blocking or dodging this flaming sword is Garret. And we now start the next phase. So again, we're going to use... Now, it has 2 hit points, so careful attack will mean I'm leaving it alive. So I need to look for something that does more damage. I got Split the Tree. I got a Bounding Attack, which does a lot of damage. Twin Shot can hit 2 things, but only does 1 point of damage. That's it. So I think I don't have much choice here. I hate to use the a daily here, but I need to do 2 points of damage to this creature and quick, because I'm dying. So we're going to do that. We're going to use our daily power. I need to roll a 6. If I miss, I still do 1 damage. So that's the good thing about it. And I can move. If you miss and the monster is more than 1 tile away from you, place it 1 tile closer. Well, it's already on top of me. So here we go. I need to hit him a 7 and up. So please focus, Oulaan. Focus. Yep, we got him. That's going to kill him, fortunately. However, that's used. I get this as experience, and I draw a treasure card. Man, we are really hanging in there. I'm loving this. And we remove him. I have not moved yet. I don't want to open up any more passages right now, so I'm not going to move. I will conclude my turn there. Actually, I could move next to him. 1, 2, not be adjacent, and I can on my next turn use careful attack against this creature. All right, so it's now Garret's turn. Garret needs to do 2 points of damage. He has an amazing strike, but I'm going to save it for big creatures. All right, well, this is a fine example. He is not going to be able to kill it in 1 shot, but he gets a +8 with his trapping strike. Yeah, he's going to do a point of damage to this creature. That is really good news. And he will not move, as we do not want to trigger any more creatures yet, as we're trying to control in this dark tunnel all we can. It's now the creatures go. The creature was activated by the fighter, therefore the creature attacks the fighter. If that makes sense, since he's adjacent to both of us, he would attack the one who activated him. So again, he has a +7. He does 2 points of damage, 1 minimum. 15 plus 7, 2 points of damage to Garret. Man, this is starting to get dicey. Both our heroes are hurting here. Man, so this blazing skeleton, the damage they can do with this fire, pretty cool. All right, so that concludes the turns. We don't activate any new tiles or blocks. We are not moving this because we have not activated a white triangle. It is the hero phase for the ranger. Let me look up in the rules healing surges. I don't think we can use a healing surge unless we're down, right? The hero begins the game with 2 healing surges. If your hero is 0 hit points at the start of your turn, you must use a healing surge. If there is no healing surge tokens remaining, then your character loses the game. Yeah, I noticed how they avoid saying your character's dead, which was the beginning of Wizards of the Coast attempt to be non-lethal, right? Okay, I can't use it until I'm down, so that's cool. They won't let you heal randomly. I'm sure there's a treasure card that would. But we're going to go ahead. He has damaged it. I automatically can kill it with my careful attack, and that's what I will do. The ranger takes out yet another villain. The ranger is clearly, right now, against these minions, very lethal. And we draw a treasure card. Where are we at on the treasure cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are 4 treasure cards away from escape, from having to escape. You don't just win, you got to escape. I think. Maybe not. Maybe you win if we collect them, right? Wow. Okay, so that's my turn. I've killed this creature. I could move. I might as well. I haven't moved yet. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go back through this way. So I'm going to go 6 over. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will activate this. It is white, darn it, which means Strahd and his more evil creatures will be coming around soon. And I must draw a monster card. It is a Wraith. Man, I don't want to see no Wraiths. Okay, same thing for our fighter now. It's his turn. We're going to go. He can only move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Puts him right beside me, fortunately. Now it's the creatures go. Remember, we don't activate a new one because there is no blank side. So it's now the creatures go. The Wraith moves to the closest. And again, we're going to go with the one that activated us right there. Right? And +6 to hit Oulaan, the ranger. Man, this is not cool. It does 2 points of damage. No! It does 3 points of damage. I think that Death Shriek. When this monster is destroyed, the hero in this takes 1 point. Oh man, I didn't realize that. Last time when we should have taken a point of damage on the Death Shriek. So killing it is not great. So I messed that up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if it hits me, it will kill me. And I should automatically have another hit point for the last one I killed. I should have taken a hit point of damage. So let me dig that out. Let's correct that math error before I move on. Because if it hits me, it could kill me. By the way, I have 8. Not kill me, but knock me down. So I have 9 technically against me out of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I have 9 out of 10. If the creature hits, I'll be at, the negatives don't matter, I'll be down. If the creature misses, I'll be down. So it does not matter whether I roll the dice or not, I will be down. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to, the creature will ultimately cause enough damage to me that we are down. And I'll take another HP out of here because it doesn't make any difference whether it's, there's no such thing as negatives. So, okay, wow, not cool. As the ranger now hurting badly down, the fighter, Garret, must do something. He cannot kill it in one swing. He could with Brute Strike, but I really hate to use that right now. You know what? I might use his utility power, though. Gain 2 hit points right now. No, we need to kill this thing. So let's go ahead and get a shot on it. Trapping Strike, +8. 9 + 8 is 17. We hit it, doing 1 point of damage. So it is at least wounded. Okay. We can move still. We're not going to. We're not going to move. We're going to stay right there. It's the creature's turn. The creature gets +6 to hit 18, so 12 and up, 5 + 6 is 11. Not enough, as deftly Garret circles this creature, dodging its terrifying ability to suck the life from you. Now we start beginning back at the top. We're going to use our Healing Surge to get back on our feet. And the Healing Surge gives us 5 for her. So I'm just going to take 5 hit points off. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Whoo! Boy, we got one more Healing Surge. So we should be able to get at least all the treasure. Hopefully we will escape. Man, this is fun. Okay, so she's back on her feet. That's really her turn. Okay, we'll go to the creature. And the creature will, the fighter will attack again, +8. 3 + 8 is 11, not enough. He misses. Can you believe it? The Wraith then is going to reach out and attack him. 8 + 6 is 14, not enough. So they're dodging and wheeling each other, and we move on to the next turn. The Ranger now, with careful attack, can finish this creature. So cool to have that ability with a careful attack to just do that 1 point of damage. And that gives us yet another experience point and another treasure card. We are really getting close now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, I'm loving this. 3 more treasure cards and we can start to head for the doors. Okay, so she gets to move now. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to trigger a tile. Let's hope it's not. It is. That means Strahd and company. Let me read what happens now as we've hit the final. +1 encounter card. It says, the castle suddenly seems to awaken, and you can hear a multitude of foul creatures stirring in the darkness all around you. Draw an encounter card. Strahd attacks. What? Discard after use. Strahd steps from the shadows, sending a ball of fire streaking from the upstretched hands. So out of nowhere, he'll disappear after this. So he steps out of the shadows and zaps us from the corner. 1 die. So only a +6, thank God, but this might be enough. 3 points of damage is going to mess her up. Yes, and she gets lit with a ball of fire. He screams out. Oulaan screams out, Garret, Strahd is here. And then he vanishes into the darkness. That is a sweet, sweet card right there. Holy cow, you gotta hate Strahd. Let me shut this, let me shut this. That was crazy bad. But we still have to draw a monster card because we triggered that space. So she's also activated a rat swarm. Of course, wherever Strahd is, does a rat swarm occur. Damn. Whew. Okay, it's his turn now. He at least dodged that bullet. He's going to move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the rat swarm will go. The rat swarm says here it'll fight the hero on the tile. So that is going to be him actually, because it's on the same tile. +7 for a swarm of rats. 7 + 7 is 14. They swarm him, but they're not causing him any kind of grief as he's smashing them and kicking them and crushing them and cutting them. But they're not causing him any harm. And now we start the next turn. By the way, Strahd did not earn me a treasure card because it was a hit and run. She will use her careful attack, killing the rat swarm, as she slowly picks off those remainders around the fighter. We now have 10. I think we need 2 more treasure cards, folks. This is amazing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more, and we can leave. We can head for the stairs to exit this place. Outstanding. We've destroyed these creatures. Whew! Okay. That was her turn, so she can now move. Now we can either go back around and activate another, or back out here. And I think we should, because we want to be as close to the stairs as possible. Right now we're blocked, so if I go this way, we may end up having to wind through this thing. So we're going to turn now, because we can activate here and then escape, or we can go all the way through it here and activate. All we need are 2 treasure cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He goes 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we still have to pull. Let me double check this. I think you have to pull a monster card at this point. Let me see if you... I think you only trigger a monster card. Oh, we just go to the villain phase. On this phase, which you will draw an encounter card, and any monster or trap cards you may have. If you didn't place a dungeon tile in your exploration phase, or if you placed a dungeon tile with a draw an encounter card, if your villain is in play, activate the villain. Activate each monster and a trap card in turn in the order you drew them. We didn't draw any. So when you're done with the villain phase, you play. Okay, so we have no monsters in front of us right now until we activate an adjacent square. That's very, very cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, again, we don't activate. We can go here and activate, or we can go here. I'm going to go here and activate, because if we can kill a couple of creatures here in the next few, we're right here to escape. So now this is where strategy starts. We've already got 10 treasures. Let's head for the out, Garret. Maybe we can find more treasure on our way, right? So our strategy is to prepare for our exit. Meanwhile, we still hope to get more treasure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're slowly gaining 1 on every turn from Garret. What I will do now, of course, then we go for villain phase again, and we're back to the top. What I'm going to do is activate this open side. 1, 2, 3. We're going to activate the tile. It doesn't matter. Lestrade's already active. It's a workshop, and we draw a monster. Wolf. Very, very cool. So out of the darkness races toward us a wolf. That is so cool. And now it's his go. Right? She moved. She cannot move anymore or attack from this situation. Well, I could, I think. Actually, I think I can shoot. I can, because I forgot. I have a twin shot ranged. Attack any 2 monsters within 1 tile of you. So we're going to go ahead and shoot at it. We might be able to do some damage here. I need to hit it a 10 and up, and that would kill it. Oh, 6 plus 4, not enough. 10 is not going to hit it. So she fires at it as it comes out of the darkness and misses, and it is now his go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is here. He cannot shoot anything. He has no ranged attacks. So it is now the villain's go. This creature says if it is adjacent to a hero, it will attack with a bite. If not, it will move up to 2 tiles and attack with pounce. So it's going to move onto my tile and pounce. Plus 7. It does 1 wound, thank God, but it slows me down. 2 plus 7 is not enough as he dodges this wolf attack, and that ends the turn. Now we're going to go ahead with my careful attack. Starting my turn, I will kill it. That gives me another XP. This gives us our 11th treasure card. And goodbye, wolves. All right, all we have to do now is activate this edge and then escape. Okay? But here's what we're going to do. Right here, I can activate this edge. I can activate this edge. So all I got to do is move him here, activate this edge, kill this creature, get this treasure, and then we just go up the stairs and out. And that's what we're going to do. 1, 2, 3. Activate this edge. It is white, won't matter because Lestrade is already going. And remember, we would draw a second encounter card if any of these are black. So by the way, for those wondering what the danger is, if this was black, I would have to draw 2 encounter cards, not 1. You draw an extra encounter card. But because these have been white, fortunately, we have not been saddled with any more attacks from Lestrade's encounters. Meanwhile, I have to draw a monster card for him. It's a Wraith. So wraiths are about in this terrible place. It is now its go, right? It moves to the closest target and strikes. +6. Oh, doing how much damage? 3. I think he may be down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. No, he has 12, so he's still got 4 to go. He is a tough son of a gun, is Garret. And if Garret kills this thing, we can walk right up those stairs and out, and we will have achieved success in my first playthrough in, God, I would say 3 years. I haven't played this thing in 3 or 4 years. That ends its phase. And here we go. We need her to make it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could shoot from here, though. My bounding attack is a daily power. Your hero may move 1 tile and attack an adjacent monster. 1 tile, so I move a full tile and attack an adjacent monster. And I do 3 points of damage or 1 by itself. We're going to use this because this wins it. So daily power here, this would win, this would kill it. We'd get a treasure card that we can leave on our next phase. She bounds to adjacent, +6. Now the problem is I have to hit. So +6, I need a 9 and up to hit it. That will kill it. Yes, 17 +6, 23. We have destroyed it. Lots of experience today. And we get that magic 12th piece of treasure from whatever it was guarding. It goes under, the daily power is turned face down as I have spent it. Oulaan stands, rising, smiles, his teeth missing 1 in the front, but his other 2 teeth gleaming back from the torchlight of Garret's torch, and holds up the final piece of treasure, drops it in the bag, slings it over his shoulder, and says, "Let's out." He, on his turn, moves up to start and out. Villain phase, there are no villains. He moves, and Oulaan moves up the stairs and out, and we have won. Hot dog, very cool. That is Castlevania D&D adventure game. What a brilliant game. Let's see the treasures we got. As we go back to the guild and hand over the contract. You wanted treasure? Here it is. Did you see Strahd? Did I see him? Are my eyebrows gone? Yes, I did indeed see Strahd as he lit me on fire. So we came away with a gilded strike, a blessing immediately on our strike. We came away with a herald experience. We came away with a glyph of warding. We came away with another herald experience. We came away with a crystal ball. We came away with a short rest. We came away with a lucky find. We came away with a fortune days. We came away with a heroic stand. We came away with eagle eyes. We came away with a lucky charm. And we came away with a ring of regeneration. Now let me double check this. I wonder if it meant... I think you just have to collect. To win, you just need... Let me double check this. I'm curious if they were all supposed to be items, because then I would still be looking. Of course, you know, I didn't look at them. So if a hero uses the treasure card, it does not count toward a victory. So, awesome. All we needed were 12 treasures. That's all it said, 12 treasure cards. It doesn't say they have to be actual items. So, we only used 1 hero surge. Oulaan had to be brought back to his feet. We got all 12 treasure cards. We did see Strahd briefly. And that was his actual plight. And we used, to achieve success... Skeleton. I never used my treasures, so we got 1, 2, 3. We ended up using both a utility and I think both daily powers, or yeah, both daily powers were used. I did not use unbalancing. I did not use my treasure, and he was responsible. Oulaan the Ranger was responsible for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I also used. My twin shot I never used, which is an at-will power. Man, and my careful attack was my best weapon. It helped me wipe out many a creature. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 creatures go to the Ranger in that, and use both daily powers. Garret had 1, 2, 3, and used only his daily power Precision Strike. So these two are pretty tough. So what I do now is that their guild, and they're alive. I'm going to count this experience up. I will log it in their records. I will also log what their daily powers and things were. So when I play these guys again, they have the same abilities. When they die, I make new characters. I pick new daily powers. And but these guys right now, and again, they can't level up. They're already level 2. There's no leveling up. But I will note in their adventure logs who they destroyed and what their abilities were. And then they have a career, basically. So, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.